decided to make another video on our blonde bimbo, Lucy Heartfilia.
So you're still making us go through with this? It's embarrassing!
Yeah, I guess this is a little bit funny, huh?
Well, this is gonna be one heck of a video to unpack, because out of all the characters, she's the only one that actually experienced some character development, if you can call it that, or more or less progression and development of her skills and even some personality throughout, as of now, 4 seasons.
The sea breeze feels nice.
There's a lot to unpack, and I'm kind of glad that she actually gets to do more stuff as the story progresses, as at the beginning she was a bit weak.
Demon Bandit clan wiped out, but 7 homes destroyed? Talk about going overboard!
She wasn't exactly one of the top fighters in the guild. It was usually NaLu, Erza and Grape doing all the hard work.
But I'll be okay, because I'm with the guild's strongest team. Erza, Gray, and NaLu have my back no matter what.
And she was mostly managing things from behind or being a spectator.
And they're both practically half naked, too.
Black Steel, I'm ready when you are.
I mean, it was a nice introduction to the guild, and which kind of brings me to another point, that she kind of is a point of view sort of narrator, and she's also a writer.
Before joining Fairy Tale, I never would have imagined I'd be part of such a big event. It feels awesome.
She puts it all down and does it very nicely. Makes everything seem a bit more epic and greatness.
Tell on the whereabouts of Alderaan, the wood dragon god.
At the beginning it was more for comedy relief, as her dormitory invaded on many occasions. It kind of became like a running gag, and it was a lot of fun to see either NaLu or Gray.
Man, 70,000 jewel a month is dirt cheap for a place like this. You totally scored.
Or Erza and the whole team invade her apartment.
Hey, you pervert! It's gotta be done. Sorry about this. Not here.
It seems as though she's not home.
It's funny. I mean, if you like the series, if you watch the series until now, you got accustomed to the humor. And this is a very good example of a staple of how awesome these characters interact with each other. And it all builds up on the dynamic of the main 4 ones. And Lucy is very strong in this regard, as it keeps them all kind of together packed. It's fun. It's a lot of greatness. Most shows would have crushed if this was all they relied upon. But not Fairy Tale. Fairy Tale gets a huge pass, and it's rocking it.
This seems like a we win by default situation, if you ask me.
We're right now at the 100-year quest, and it ain't stopping. And my god, I'm a big fan of this series. I enjoyed it very well. The second season didn't watch all of it. It was a lot of filler from what I remember. I went to the Tartarus arc. I only checked some fights. But as I was saying, we're talking about Lucy, and her journey is pretty fucking epic.
Am I interrupting something between you two?
Anyway, it's all okay now. Like Star Dress.
Even though the beginning was more or less comedy relief, and it is still interesting, as she was, in my opinion, kind of like the main character, even though NaLu is like the typical shonen protagonist. Lucy kind of has the traits that make her like the main vocal point for most of story arcs, and even as a whole, even in filler, she takes center stage.
Can you even imagine the kind of struggle that must go on day after day?
She's one of the main reasons this series can continue. She's one of the main pillars that holds this whole madness of fan service, character interactions, sort of interesting battle scenes.
I see.
She's kind of like the catalyst. Call her like the chosen one that they can make this all work.
I don't know what she's really after.
It's a naked battle.
But yeah, it is beautiful to see our little girl evolve. I mean, she was kind of slender, kind of nerdy.
Pay attention. I call upon thee in the world of the celestial spirits.
In a way, she kind of resembled Nami at the beginning of One Piece, even though Nami was more of a badass and a cat burglar. While for Lucy, well, she has the celestial spirits, and it worked.
I don't suppose you fellas are interested in seeing how a celestial wizard makes a contract with a celestial spirit.
But then she becomes more and more of a waifu. Bigger boobs, more fan service.
It does make sense. First round tested strength, this one must test intellect. So, I'm gonna do this. Then I'm going all out.
That's the spirit.
And dressed like that. How risque.
But would you let us through, pretty please?
All I want is a star mango. Would you deny me that pleasure?
Oh, sure, no problem. I'll just put on a show for all the demonic fish. Good idea. Give me a sec to summon them first.
She evolves into a fighter. She will get star dresses, equipment like Erza does, and it kind of overshadows her in the 100-year quest, in my opinion.
Increases her magic power and boosts her sex appeal.
Okay, Virgo, you ready to rock?
And end this.
I want you to promise you'll heal Natsu again. Hey, are you okay?
She will even get to fight Kiria, which is gonna be an amazing moment in the series. So I'm certainly looking forward for that. There's gonna be a lot of fan service. Like she gets naked, Kiria gets naked, they fight, they argue. It's gonna be fucking amazing. Also, it's gonna introduce Celine. As I said, she's a writer. Most characters make fun of her for that. I guess she's not a pretty good one. I tell her that she's no Tolkien. But I mean, it is a fun little dynamic.
Had it not been for her kind heart,
Fairy tale would have never brought us all together.
Keep all my instruments of cruelty!
Is he serious?
I bet he's talking about your novel.
Also, her relationship with Natsu is pretty dope. I mean, a lot of NaLu things going around, and are they in love or not? Natsu is very loyal to her, and he helps her a lot. There are many scenes where Natsu really shines, especially when it comes to protecting Lucy.
Finally decided to show yourself.
since you threatened her like that, I'm gonna have to turn you into a pile of ashes. I'll do anything for us to win. Or else we won't survive this.